So because My Singing Monsters is viral currently on social media, and it's kind of a meme now, a lot of players start playing the game and they make a lot of mistakes and they get frustrated because they don't really progress in the game. So because I've seen no video like this on anywhere, here's how to progress in the game and get everything in the game for free as fast as possible. Some players may disagree with me, but that's what I think beginners should do, should focus on. Alright, so let's start with some general beginner tips. If you played the game for a while, you probably need none of these tips, but I'm still gonna say them. First of all, you can breed every single monster that costs a lot of diamonds. For example, ethereals like Ghast, mythicals like Gajub, special monsters like Sugabush, etc. So don't buy them from the market. Just an exception. Epic Robux costs diamonds, but it doesn't cost a lot, and you can't breed Robuxes. You have to buy them from the market. Doesn't matter how overpriced they may be. You could also breed fire monsters on their respective island, despite them costing relics. But you can't breed fire monsters on Ember Island. Every monster's breeding combination is in the wiki unless it's a new monster. Then it will take a few hours for the wiki page to get updated. So I also make videos about new monsters breeding combinations as soon as the combination is discovered. Next up, don't speed up breedings and hatchings unless you have to. And you never really have to, so just don't. Avoid it. Next up, don't get overwhelmed by the number of islands. You will get most of them at a specific order, and slowly but surely you will 100% the game. And lastly, don't rush on getting Robuxes. Buy the epic and rare Robux from the market, but take your time powering them up. Buy common Robux only when you can make the amount back in a few days. Alright, so now for the actual guide on how to get everything as fast as possible. When you're just starting out, focus on getting every monster that's always available in the islands you have. For example, the monsters that show you how to breed them, and ethereals, mythicals, Sugabush, etc. And buy new islands when you can to maximize corn production. A few notes, at this point don't worry about weirdos, they're easier to get when you have a certain island. Don't worry about teleporting islands like Sugabush Island and Ethereal Island. You can get deepsters at any point, it doesn't affect you that much. The keys are a different currency, just get your friends to send them to you. There's no other way to get keys. And the Colosseum isn't that important. You can teleport monsters there and battle, but it isn't necessary. The rewards from the Colosseum aren't crazy for progression. Alright, at this point you might have a bit of trouble getting coins and diamonds. Here's how I recommend you getting each of them. For getting coins, you should get a mirror island as soon as you have enough diamonds, and fill it up with the quad monster of this island. For example, Antbrat, Deej, Reef, Shellbeat or Quarrister. You should probably get Mirror Plant Island first. The quad elementals produce a lot of coins, and you can get a lot of them easily, especially when you have the rare one. Then it's just breeding the rare one with the normal monster, and you're guaranteed to get the normal monster, unless the rare is available to breed. And the other way is to get an ethereal as soon as possible. The ethereals you can get at this point are Ghast, Grumpire, Rebro, Geode, and Humbug. Ethereals produce a lot of coins. Don't try to teleport them to Ethereal Island at this point. And the ethereals are really hard to get, so buy torches, add a lot of people and ask them to light your torches. If your torches are lit, it will boost your chances. The possibly best ways and only ways of getting diamonds at this point are mini mines. If you have one on every island, you can get a mini mine on. You can get around 750 diamonds every month. I did the math in one of my videos, you can check it out. It's a video in which I explained how I got thousands of diamonds for free. And also, you should get a lot of zinths on Woblin Island, which is called getting a zinth farm, and make room for the rest of the Woblins and Wobbucks. You'll probably want to get them. Wobbucks is really epic, and the Woblin Island song is a bop. You don't want to only hear zinths all the time. Also a video on how to get a zinth farm, you can also watch that later. At this point, you probably have every natural in Fire Island with the common monsters. A zinth farm, all of the mythicals, at least one ethereal, a Sugabush on Plant Island, at least one mirror island with a quad farm, and at least one magical island. At this point you should bake tons of food, and try to teleport Mammoth and Potbelly to Sugarbush Island, because 1 element monsters are the easiest to get to level 15, and you will get some more coins on Sugarbush Island by doing this. And you should also try to teleport Flores, Theramite, Flutefly, or Clacula, depending on which island you have, or which monster you want. Preferably, you should teleport all of them, and buy extras on the magical islands, of course. Try to teleport them to Magical Sanctum and start breeding to finish the island. That way you will get some shards and you'll have a stable shard production. Alright, so when you finish that, when you have a stable shard production on Magical Sanctum, you should join a tribal island and feed your monster as much as you can using only shards. Coins or food is just too expensive and not recommended at all. By joining a tribal island, you will get a few more diamonds every week. Alright, after you have every natural fire and magical island, you should start getting monsters in Amber Island. If you didn't waste your relics, you should be able to get a few vessels. I also have a few notes here. If the timer is less than 2 weeks, don't buy more than one vessel. Wait for the next wave. Take your time getting Kanas, they don't have a timer and they don't produce a lot of relics. You can use Kana for dumping eggs you accidentally bred. So after you got the vessels, you should fill them up, hatch them, and feed the monsters as much as you can. The monsters on Ember Island produce relics, so keep getting monsters on Ember Island until you have a stable relic production. While doing all of this, log in daily to get free diamonds from the daily rewards and from the mines, and don't spend them on anything besides mirror islands. I suggest you keep on doing this until you have at least 3 mirror islands with quad farms. It's recommended to wait for a 50% sell on them, but you don't have to. So, now that you have a stable relic and shard production, and more than one quad farm on your mirror islands, I would recommend to intentionally try to breed rare monsters and epics when they're available. Again, every monster breeding combination is in the wiki and YouTube. You can also do it if you have all the monsters on Ember Island that are available currently. You should also buy the weirdos. You should also try to teleport Ethereals to Ethereal Island, and try to teleport the rest of the monsters to Sugarbush and Mythical Island, assuming you have extras for each of the monsters you'll teleport. Right, a few more notes. Getting 2-element ethereals are extremely hard, even with 10 torches. So, while failing to breed them, you should place the monsters to get more shards. Also, getting dream mythicals are fairly hard with 10 torches, but since they produce coins, you shouldn't place the mythicals or catalyst when you fail. And lastly, getting the sugar farm isn't that hard, so don't waste torches on them. Use your torches on rares and epics. Now that you've done all of the things I suggest in the video, you can and should get most of the endgame content. For example, buy and try to fill up Waboxes. They don't produce a lot of coins, but they're so cool. Take your time getting the rare and epic Waboxes. At this point, you can spend diamonds to fill up rare and epic Waboxes, because you don't have that many things to spend them on. And you should also get Wobblings, Celestials, and just get everything you don't have already. And if you wanna get Wobblings and Celestials, remember that you can breed 1-element monsters for Wobblings and Celestials by breeding the 1 elemental you need with that island's 4-element monster. On non-natural islands, you might get the 4-element monster. By non-natural, I mean not plant, cold, air, water, or earth island. Alright, so I think that's it. Each quote-unquote step should take a few months. Besides the endgame content, it might take you more time. So don't get frustrated if you can upgrade only one Castle every week or other forms of fairly slow progression, because everyone went through it at some point, including me, and look at my account now. So that's all I have for the video. If you want to learn about the lore of the game, unused monster, discontinued games in the franchise, and much more, watch my iceberg video, which should be on the screen right now. Oh, and don't forget to watch also my how to get diamonds video and my Zen farm video. This will also help you a lot.